So it's been a while since I covered a Screen Rant article, everybody. Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, Jurassic Park's age gap between Ellie and Alan was inappropriate, says actress Laura Dern. Ellie Sattler actress Laura Dern calls the age gap between her and character Alan Grant Sam Neill in the original Jurassic Park movie inappropriate. Well, kind of a 30 years a little late there, ma'am. Laura Dern reflects on the significant age gap between her character and Ellie and Alan in Jurassic Park, calling it completely inappropriate. Well, that is your opinion. If you're both consenting adults above the legal age of 18, I don't think anybody's going to have a real problem with it. I mean, folks, look at Jackie O and Aristotle Onassis. Yeah, there's so many relationships out there that are 10 years apart, 20 years apart, and they're strong couples. The age difference between the actors wasn't something that occurred to Dern until she saw an article about it. So basically, her reading an article about it made her have to virtue signal, highlighting the cultural awareness around patriarchal dynamics. Here's the thing. You don't want to blame the patriarchy about men dating younger women. So, does that automatically make that women are not able to make the consenting decision to go out with a person who was much older than them? Did you ever think that a lot of those women sought out the older man? Ever think about that? Of course not. Because damn the patriarchy, right? Although Alan and Allie's romance is rekindled in Jurassic World Dominions, Dern's comment reminds us that the age gap in their relationship had a problematic beginning. So Laura Dern says a significant age gap between her and Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler's Jurassic Park was inappropriate. First released in 1993, Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park quickly became a massive hit, and audiences flocked to see the dinosaurs come to life on the big screen like never before. However, while the dinosaurs were the movie's big appeal, it was the characters that audiences fell in love with. The film follows paleontologists Ellie and Alan as they tour a state-of-the-art dinosaur theme park, which quickly devolves into a nightmare struggle to survive as some of the dinosaurs escape their enclosures. Dern, sorry folks, there's ads galore here, which is kind of pissing me off. But anyway, Dern didn't appear in 1997's The Lost World, but did appear in somewhat minimal role in the third film, in the first film, Ellie and Alan were engaged in a romantic relationship, which wasn't really portrayed as much. I mean, it was hinted at, sure, but it wasn't really portrayed as a very big romantic relationship. I mean, hell, I don't even think I saw them kiss. Maybe hug when they reunited near the end of the movie. But that's about it. But, yeah. But the two characters disagreed on whether or not to have children. Well, looking at the end of the film with Grant and the two kids sleeping on him in the chopper, kind of looked as if there would have been a character growth there. Yeah. And Ellie in Jurassic Park 3, Ellie and Alan are no longer together. Ellie was married with children, or a child, in Jurassic Park 3, although the two characters remained on friendly terms. However, Dern reprised her role once more in 2022's Jurassic World Dominion. alongside the original Jurassic Park co-stars Neil and Jeff Goldblum, which continues the will they won't they Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler relationship. What Laura Dern had to say about the age gap. In an interview with the Times, Dern reflects on her role in the original Jurassic Park, in particular a significant age gap between her and Neil. Dern was 23 during the filming of Jurassic Park. Look more kind of late 20s, early 30s in my opinion. But yes, Neil actually looked like he could have been around more around 40-ish. Sam Neill was a full 20 years older, with Dern pointing out the notable discrepancy after Neil says, "I am 20 years older than Laura." Although Jurassic Park remains one of the most important and beloved movies of all time, it's clear that not everything about Jurassic Park has aged well. Yeah, that's because everybody's now making a huff about fucking consenting adults. Which at the time was a completely appropriate age difference for a leading man and lady. It never occurred to me until I opened a magazine that there was an article called Old Geezers and Gals. Well, it felt completely appropriate to fall in love with Sam Neill, and it was only now, when we returned in a moment of cultural awareness about the patriarchy, oh, shut the fuck up, sorry, that I was like, wow, we're not the same age. Our age gap in Jurassic Park was completely inappropriate. Was it? You were both consenting adults. You both were consenting adults. Ellie is described in the original Jurassic Park script as being in her late 20s, and Alan in his mid-30s. But the age difference between the actual actors would play the parts was far more significant. So, she's playing a character in her late 20s, and Alan in his mid-30s. That puts them around 7 to 5 years apart in age. What's the problem? The movie doesn't outright say how old Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler are. Exactly. Nobody cared. But Ellie is clearly noticeably younger than Alan. Was she? Having been released in 1993 during a time when less attention was paid to the problematic dynamics between men and women in film, it's possible that the film's producers didn't realize or didn't care that the age gap was inappropriate. Here's the thing. What was inappropriate in the 90s and what people are freaking about over now is very different. You guys, with all your panties in a twist, can't stand that some people have an age preference in society. Me, personally, if the person is like if the person is over 5 years younger than me, there's no serious relationship happening there. If they are 7 to 8 years older than me, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But that's my age range. That's where I fall in the age range. But also, they do have to be above the age of 18. That is an absolute. Otherwise, it's a no-go ever. Yeah, the inappropriate. Alan and Ellie rekindled the romance despite the age gap. One of the biggest selling points for Dominion was the return of the original characters as Ellie and Grant, along with Ian Malcolm, joined the new cast to stop the dinosaurs. Dominion gives fans what they want too, as Ellie is divorced, which leads Alan and Ellie to rekindle their relationship, and they go on to live happily ever after together. The 2022 movie was hugely criticized and has the lowest Rotten Tomatoes score of any movie in the Jurassic franchise. But the portrayal of the two characters was one of the movie's biggest payoffs. Yeah, because, well, people didn't like the fact that they didn't get together in the third movie. Dern and Neil's ages were 55 and 74 at the time of Dominion's release, which makes the age gap feel less jarring compared to 1993. Dern was almost 30 years older than the original Jurassic Park. However, while it wouldn't be much of a problem if the two characters met for the first time in the 2022 movie and thought it marked a satisfying ending for the characters, Grant and Sattler's relationship still had a problematic beginning. No, it did not. Two consenting adults. Dern's comment serves as an important reminder that even movies as beloved as Jurassic Park can contain elements that wouldn't fly in if the movie had been made today. And that is because there are so many sensitive little whiny bitches out there who can't handle reality. So they seek to change the rules of reality, the laws of reality, which is a very delusional take. Now, am I saying that if she was 18 or under 18 or just barely 18 and he was trying to get in her pants, yeah, I would have a problem with that. And he's in his mid-30s. It's kind of fucking disgusting. But they were consenting adults. She was in her late 20s. He was in his mid-30s. The characters. That is not a problem. When you are making a movie, you are engaging in a fantasy setting. Now, do I think that there are certain movies that should not ever have any sort of making, like the movie Poor Things? Be it a fantasy or not, you do not engage in sex with a child. That's disgusting. For those of you who might go after me saying that I'm a hypocrite, yeah, there are some movies you just don't make. However, Laura Dern, Sam Neill, they were playing characters who were closer in age by at least 5 to 7 years. So what is there to be, or what is there to bitch about? Absolutely nothing. Laura Dern is just frickin' seeking a little bit of she's seeking a little bit of frickin' clout. Because apparently she's just not as famous as she used to be. And honestly, Screen Rant really needs to get a reality check because Stephen Barker and Ryan Corthrup, you all seem to think that the world needs to change because people who are 10 or 20 years apart in age shouldn't be together. Why not? If they love each other, and if they're of legal age to consent to being together, why not? What if the younger woman wanted to be with the older man? Again, what if the younger woman wanted to be with the older man? And what if the older man wanted to be with the younger woman? And they both consented, said yes to the relationship. That means there's nothing wrong there. Maybe in your mind, your opinion, there's something wrong there, but in the reality and the objective world, there is nothing wrong there. The lies of the law say there's nothing wrong there. How was it inappropriate? Was he helping her with her thesis while she was still in school? Was she getting extra credit from him during their relationship? Yes, then that would have been inappropriate. However, that is not explained or really explored in the movies. So yeah, miss me with your bullshit, Screen Rant and Laura Dern. Miss me with that shit. Because honestly, look at history. Yeah, Jackie Kennedy and Aristotle Onassis, power couple, they were a few years apart. Was that inappropriate? Nobody would say that was inappropriate unless it was SJW and keyboard warriors now living today. Anyway, if you were to ask anybody who Jackie O was today, they probably wouldn't even be able to tell you if they are anywhere between the ages of frickin' 18 and 25. Maybe one or two of them might. But anyway, folks, that's the video. This whole bullshit is completely stupid. And I just figured I'd cover it because why not? It's content, and also because I like ragging on Screen Rant's immature and, well, very disgusting way of looking at things. Because they're willing to denounce this. I want to know what Screen Rant thinks of Poor Things. Yeah, let's see if they have a hypocritical bone in their body. Anyway, folks, that's going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think of this article? What do you think of Laura Dern's comments? Was it appropriate, or was it a part of a movie where the characters were a lot closer to age? Let me know your thoughts, folks. This has been Orange Chat Reviews. Have a wonderful day, and always remember to stay humble.